Imagine this. You walk into a room full of strangers, and within minutes, people are drawn to you. They're smiling, sharing stories, and genuinely excited to connect. Sounds like a dream, right? But it's not. It's totally possible. And the secret lies in the timeless wisdom of Dale Carnegie. His book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, has been changing lives for decades, and today, we're diving deep into his strategies to help you master the art of building relationships. Whether you're aiming for a promotion, growing your network, or just wanting to be the kind of person everyone loves, this is for you. Let's get started and unlock the tools to make you a magnet for success and happiness. First up, let's talk about Carnegie's golden rule. Don't criticize, condemn, or complain. This one's a game changer, because it's so easy to fall into the trap of pointing out what's wrong. But Carnegie knew criticism is like throwing a punch. It might feel good for a second, but it leaves everyone bruised. He shares the story of Abraham Lincoln, who learned this lesson the hard way. Early in his career, Lincoln loved writing sharp, critical letters to his opponents. Once, he mocked a rival so harshly it almost led to a duel. But Lincoln realized that tearing people down only built walls. He shifted to kindness and understanding, and that's what made him a legendary leader. Science backs this up. A 2013 study from the University of California, Berkeley, found that positive reinforcement strengthens relationships 30% more than negative feedback. When you focus on what someone does well, they're more likely to trust you and open up. Think about your own life. Maybe your coworker flubbed a presentation. Instead of saying, "That was a mess," try, "I loved your energy up there. Let's polish a few slides for next time." Or if your friend forgets to call, don't snap. You're always flaking. Say, "Hey, I miss chatting. Everything okay on your end?" These small shifts create a vibe of support, not judgment. Try it next time you're tempted to criticize. Ask yourself, how can I lift them up instead? You'll be amazed at how people respond. Now let's dive into Carnegie's second principle. Give honest and sincere appreciation. This is like sprinkling a little magic dust on your relationships. People crave recognition. It's human nature. Carnegie tells the story of Charles Schwab, a business titan who led U.S. Steel to massive success. Schwab's secret wasn't just his smarts. It was his knack for making people feel valued. He'd walk the factory floor, thanking workers by name for their efforts, even for small tasks like sweeping the floors. "I am hearty in my approbation and lavish in my praise," he said. His team wasn't just loyal, they were unstoppable. A 2016 Gallup study confirms this. Employees who get regular praise are 20% more productive and 21% less likely to quit. And this isn't just for work, it's for life. Imagine you're at a family dinner, and your cousin shares a new recipe. Don't just nod, say, "Wow, this dish is incredible, Sarah. Where'd you learn to cook like that?" Or if your teammate nails a project, don't think, "Nice job." Tell them, "Mike, your creativity made this project shine. Thank you." These moments of appreciation aren't just kind, they build bonds that last. But here's the catch, it has to be real. Carnegie warns against flattery, which is like a fake smile. It might fool someone for a second, but it fades fast. A 2018 study from the University of Texas found that insincere compliments actually reduce trust by 15%. So don't say, "You're the best boss ever," if you don't mean it. Instead, find something specific. Maybe your manager stayed late to help you. Say, "I really appreciate how you took time to guide me through that report. It made all the difference." That kind of honesty sticks like glue. Try this today. Find one person, a friend, coworker, or even a stranger, and give them a genuine compliment. Watch their face light up. It's like giving a gift that costs nothing, but means everything. All right, let's move to Carnegie's third principle. Arouse in the other person an eager want. This is about tapping into what motivates someone and making them excited to act. Carnegie shares the story of Edward L. Chalif, a man who needed a venue for a Boy Scout event. Instead of begging a hotel manager for a free space, Chalif did his research. He learned the manager prided himself on hosting prestigious events. So Chalif said, "Your hotel is the gold standard for community events. Hosting our Boy Scout event would show everyone your commitment to the kids. The manager, flattered and motivated, offered the space for free. Chalif didn't just ask for a favor. He made the manager want to say yes. This principle is pure gold in everyday life. Let's say you want your roommate to tidy up. Instead of nagging, "You never clean," try, "I know you love a chill vibe. When the place is clean, it feels so much cozier. Want to tackle it together?" You're framing it as a win for them. Or at work, if you need a colleague's help, don't say, "I'm swamped, can you do this?" Say, "This project could really show off your design skills to the team. Want to jump in?" A 2018 Harvard Business Review study found that people are 50% more likely to agree when their interests are considered. So, next time you need something, think, what's in it for them? It's like flipping a switch that turns maybe into heck yes. This approach creates win-win situations, and that's what Carnegie's all about. Let's take it further with a real-world example. I once worked with a guy named Jake who wanted his boss to approve a new marketing campaign. Instead of pitching it as my idea, Jake said, "I think this campaign could boost our team's visibility and make you look like a rock star to the execs." His boss didn't just approve it, he championed it. Jake learned that from Carnegie. Align your goals with someone else's, and you both come out on top. Try this next time you're persuading someone. Whether it's convincing your friend to try a new restaurant or pitching a project, find their why and weave it into your request. It's like planting a seed that grows into a partnership. Now let's talk about one of Carnegie's most powerful principles. Become genuinely interested in other people. This is where real connection happens. Carnegie tells the story of Jim Farley, a political powerhouse who could charm anyone. Farley's secret? He remembered names and cared about people's stories. He once wrote a letter to a woman he'd met briefly, asking about her son's progress in school. That small gesture turned her into a lifelong ally. Farley wasn't faking it, he was genuinely curious. This hits home for me because I've seen it work miracles. A while back, I met a woman named Emily at a conference. She seemed shy, so I asked about her job. Her eyes lit up as she talked about her work in environmental research. We ended up chatting for hours, and now we're close friends. All it took was asking a question and listening. Carnegie says, you can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in others than you can in 2 years by trying to get others interested in you. And he's so right. A 2012 University of Arizona study found that when people share about themselves, their brain's reward centers light up. They love it. So, how do you do this? Ask open-ended questions and really listen. If you're at a party, don't just talk about your new car. Ask someone, what's the coolest thing you've done this year? Or what's your go-to hobby these days? Then soak in their answer. If they mention their love for hiking, follow up. What's your favorite trail? Any epic views? These small moments make people feel seen. And don't just nod, show you're engaged. A 2019 study from the Journal of Social Psychology found that active listening, asking follow-ups and paraphrasing, builds trust 25% faster than passive listening. So next time you're chatting, put your phone down and focus. You'll be amazed at how quickly you connect. Let's keep the energy up with another Carnegie gem, smile. This one's so simple but so powerful. Carnegie calls a smile a messenger of goodwill. And he's not wrong. He shares the story of William B. Steinhardt, a department store clerk who decided to smile at every customer, even when he was exhausted. The result? Customers came back just to see him, and his sales soared. A smile says, I'm happy to see you, without saying a word. Science loves smiles too. A 2015 University of Kansas study found that smiling reduces stress hormones by 15% and makes you 20% more likable, even in tough situations. Think about it. When someone greets you with a warm smile, don't you instantly feel at ease? It's like a universal language. So make it a habit. Smile when you meet a coworker. Smile on a video call. Even if you're having a rough day, a smile can lift your mood and theirs. I tried this at a coffee shop recently. I smiled at the barista and said, thanks for the great coffee. She beamed and threw in a free cookie. True story. So tomorrow, smile at the first person you see, your neighbor, a stranger, anyone. It's like a tiny spark that can light up someone's day. Now, let's dive into a principle that's a total game changer for communication. Be a good listener. Encourage others to talk about themselves. Carnegie shares the story of Mrs. Leslie, who attended a dinner party and sat next to a man who seemed dull at first. Instead of zoning out, she asked about his travels and listened as he described his adventures in South America. By the end of the night, he called her the most fascinating person he'd ever met, even though she barely said a word. That's the power of listening. Listening isn't just staying quiet, it's showing you care. Carnegie says, to be interesting, be interested. A 2017 study from the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that active listening, nodding, asking questions, and summarizing builds stronger bonds than just talking. So next time someone's sharing a story, don't check your phone. If they're venting about a bad day, say, "That sounds tough. What happened next?" Or "How did you get through it?" These cues show you're all in. Here's a pro tip. Try the mirror and match technique. If someone's excited, match their energy with enthusiasm. If they're sharing something heavy, soften your tone. I used this with a client named Rachel who was stressed about a deadline. I listened, nodded, and said, "I can see why that's overwhelming. What's your next step?" She relaxed, and we built a great working relationship. Listening is like a superpower. Use it, and you'll stand out. Try this today. Have one conversation where you focus 100% on listening. No interrupting, no planning your response. Just listen. You'll be shocked at how much closer you feel to that person. Alright, let's tie it all together with Carnegie's final big principle. Make the other person feel important. And do it sincerely. This is about seeing people for who they are and lifting them up. Carnegie tells the story of Mr. Naffle, a postmaster who wanted to boost his team's morale. Instead of barking orders, he started recognizing each worker's efforts. He'd say, "John, your speed keeps us on track." Or, "Lisa, your smile makes this place brighter." His team didn't just work harder, they loved coming to work. This principle is about making people feel valued, and it's backed by science. A 2019 University of Oxford study found that feeling appreciated increases motivation by 30% and cuts burnout by 25%. So, make it your mission to spotlight others. If your friend lands a new job, don't just say nice. Say, "That's huge, Emma, you earned this." If your coworker stays late, tell them, "You're a lifesaver, Tom, thank you." These moments create a ripple effect. I once thanked a barista named Alex for his awesome service, and he later told me it made his whole week. One sentence, one smile, it's that easy. Let's make this practical with a challenge. For the next 7 days, try one Carnegie principle each day. Monday, skip criticism and encourage someone. Tuesday, give a heartfelt compliment. Wednesday, show genuine interest in someone's story. Thursday, smile at everyone you meet. Friday, listen like your life depends on it. Saturday, make someone feel important. Sunday, tap into someone's motivation. Keep a journal of how people react. I did this a few months ago, and by day 3, I'd made a new friend at the gym and got a thank you email from my boss. It's like a happiness experiment that pays off in connections. But why do Carnegie's ideas work so well? Because they're rooted in understanding people. In 2025, we're more connected than ever, text, social media, video calls. But real connection is rare. Carnegie reminds us that success isn't just about skills or money, it's about relationships. His principles helped Abraham Lincoln unite a nation, Charles Schwab build an empire, and Jim Farley win hearts. They've helped millions of everyday people like you and me build careers, friendships, and lives we love. Let's bring this home with a story from Carnegie's book that sums it all up. A man named George Dyke ran a struggling oil company. Instead of pushing his workers harder, he followed Carnegie's advice. He thanked them for their efforts, listened to their ideas, and made them feel valued. One day, he gave a small bonus to a worker who'd gone above and beyond. That worker, inspired, rallied the team to fix a major issue, saving the company thousands. Dyke's kindness didn't just boost morale, it saved his business. That's the power of Carnegie's approach. When you lift others up, they lift you up too. So, what's your next step? Start small. Pick one principle, maybe smiling more or asking better questions, and try it tomorrow. Notice how people light up. Notice how you feel. If you want to go deeper, grab How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's like a playbook for building the life you want, one conversation at a time. And don't stop there. Share these ideas with a friend, a coworker, or even a stranger. Imagine a world where everyone followed Carnegie's advice. More kindness, more connection, more joy. That's a world I want to live in, and it starts with us. Before we wrap up, let's talk about why this matters. Life can be tough, deadlines, stress, endless to-dos. But relationships, they're the glue that holds it all together. Carnegie's principles aren't just about winning friends. They're about winning at life. They're about being the person who walks into a room and makes everyone feel better. They're about building a legacy of kindness and success. So let's commit to this. Let's be the ones who listen, who smile, who make others feel important. Let's be the ones who change the game. Here's one last challenge. Today, reach out to someone you haven't talked to in a while. Send a text, make a call, or meet for coffee. Use one of Carnegie's principles. Maybe give them a compliment or ask about their life. See what happens. I did this last week with an old friend, Mark. I told him, I've always admired your creativity. And we ended up planning a project together. One small gesture can spark something amazing. So there you have it, friends. Dale Carnegie's timeless wisdom to help you master the art of connection. I'm so pumped to share this with you because I know it works. It's worked for me, it's worked for millions, and it'll work for you. Let's keep spreading positivity, building bridges, and making every day a little brighter. Drop a comment and tell me, which principle are you trying first? Or share a time you won someone over with kindness. I'm all ears. Until next time, keep shining, keep connecting, and let's make the world a better place, one smile at a time. See you soon.